You have likely been flooded with political ads on TV and on the radio and even online for months. The campaign shelling out big bucks trying to win your vote.
But for the candidates, it doesn't pay off unless you cast a ballot. And to make sure voters actually get to the polls, some candidates spend thousands on a practice that few people are willing to talk about.
WECT's Justin Smith dug through the campaign finance reports and has the results of our WECT News investigation.
Candidates running for office have to file reports showing where their campaign money comes from and how they spend it. Now, most of the expenses are clear, things like signs, postcards, and ads, but our review of finance reports in Columbus County revealed campaign spending lots of money on something listed only as get out the vote. Voters in Columbus County are picking a new clerk of court in this election, but the winner is essentially decided because Democrat Jess Hill is running unopposed after winning a contentious primary fight during which records show his campaign gave 13 workers more than $9,000. The pay ranged from $50 to more than $4,500 per person. The only description for the expenses, get out the vote. If you don't know what that means, you're not alone.
I think the public would be better served if there was more detail.
Bob Hall is Executive Director of Government Watchdog Group Democracy North Carolina.
The accountability really is on the candidate to tell the public what that money is for.
The candidate wouldn't talk about it. But records show Hill wasn't alone in paying people to get out the vote. We found that most of his workers received money from previous campaigns, including Senator R.C. Soules, Representative Dewey Hill, and Representative Ken Waddell.
I had kind of mixed emotions about coming on and talking about it, but I think it's important that we really have a conversation about it.
Waddell says get out the vote can mean a lot of things, including paying people to work at polling sites.
It'd be nice if we could all get volunteers to go out there and actually work real hard and for the candidates, but that's not always the case.
We tried calling people paid to get out the vote and even knocked on doors. No one would go on camera, but several say their responsibilities include registering voters and driving them to the polls. Bob Hall says there's nothing wrong with that, but he believes the campaign reports should include a better description of the expenses. Otherwise, he says, the public starts to speculate.
The under-the-table transactions or purposes that are illegal, or people are buying votes, those kind of rumors happen when you just put down GOTV.
Waddell agrees that better reporting is needed because he understands that some people have misconceptions.
You can make suggestions to people about how they're going to vote, but I have no idea how they're going to vote. Only God knows how they vote when they get in there.
The State Board of Elections says campaign finance reports have to include the specific purpose of expenses. A spokesman for the agency says the state audits all of these reports, but priority is given to specific complaints. For the other reports, the average lag time is 7 years. In the studio, Justin Smith, WECT News.